Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Ooccoo Princess. In this part, we finally get to the next dungeon, yay!
Hooray!
Ooccoo Princess reminds me of Ayla from Chrono Trigger when you said that. I don't know why.
Is Ayla the
Cave
dinosaur one?
The
The cave girl,
ancient
yeah.
person.
Mail
Okay.
time, mail time.
I haven't played that game in a while, so...
Mail time.
I'm due for another visit.
Or you could play Dragon Quest, John.
Say
You
what?
could... John, look, literally Dragon
What are you
Quest...
talking about? Chrono Trigger is Dragon Quest.
No, you don't understand. Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger literally have the same artist and story writer.
Yeah, I know. But,
Chrono Trigger's better.
yeah, that's,
No, it's
Chrono Trigger
not,
is a Dragon
actually.
Quest game.
Like, Chrono Trigger's still good. Don't get me wrong. I like that game a lot. But, like, you like Chrono Trigger, and you like Mother 3, but you won't play...
Akira Toriyama designed Dragon Quest characters. Akira Toriyama designed Chrono Trigger characters. Therefore, Chrono Trigger is a Dragon Quest game.
No. Because the game... Okay, look.
Have you never taken a logic class?
The first rule of Tautology Club is the first rule of Tautology Club.
You were supposed to do this in 2017, you realize, right?
What?
Play Dragon Quest.
I only know Dragon Warrior.
What about Dragon Power?
Well, yeah, I reviewed that game.
There you go, Ted.
No, it's not.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why don't we just meet it halfway and have John review Blue Dragon instead?
No, because that game's not good.
No.
I was trying to get...
Yeah, it's like, even I got to side with that on that one. I hate that
That
game.
was the
It's so
point.
boring.
Because I'm trying to get John to play a game he genuinely enjoy. Because he liked Mother 3, and he liked Chrono Trigger. So you've got the main two creative minds behind Chrono Trigger, the writer and the artist. And Mother 3 is a game heavily inspired by Dragon Quest V. So you put them all together, and this is a game that John will probably like, right? And no, you're being a dick about it. Okay, whatever. That
Okay.
was me accidentally knocking my water bottle. I'm not trying to do like a round one fight kind of situation.
You got your own fight, though?
It sounded like it.
Okay, bye, great ancestor.
That was the most apathetic introduction to a round one fight I've ever heard, though. It's just like, okay, we gotta disagree on this, whatever. Ding, round one.
Okay, look, I guess it's just gonna have to be a fight to the death then.
And here we are at the game-breaking sequence.
So, what is it in the original version that locks you out of the...
If you save right after this point when he opens the door, and you go to the cannon, if you save and quit and then come back, he will spawn back. And you cannot call Midna to carry the cannon further, but he does not leave the room, so you cannot leave either.
Oh. Ooh.
Man,
So
I
you just
can't
get stuck.
imagine getting to this point in the game and having it soft lock on a first
Ugh.
playthrough. Like,
Because even if you're just... Because, again, like, let's just assume you're a 12-year-old playing this game. You're not going to know speed strats or whatever. Like, even if you're rushing through the end of the game at this point, that's still, like, what? A good 8 to 10 hours? If you don't
Yeah.
make any mistakes.
that's
and
a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm sure it's happened. Like, I think Ryan was talking about, you know, how he had to, when we were doing our, like, 20th anniversary, not 20th, God.
20th,
We haven't been
jeez.
doing it that long.
I'm not 40, Ted.
Yeah, but you talked about how you had to, like, replay all of Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, yeah. I'm
Why are
angry
you
at him
whipping him?
because he's all like, oh, no, it didn't work. Oh,
It's
no.
called I'm
And
gonna say it's called the Dominion Rod.
Oh, I see. Okay. He's testing it out.
Well, no, he's whining, oh, it didn't work, oh, I'm so sad, and I'm, like, literally showing him that I can move it out of the way now. And
By
he's-
beating him with it?
Yeah!
Okay, so yeah, this is what happens. He won't move. If you save and quit here, he won't move. But you cannot transport stuff because Midna's like, hey, he's watching. However, when you talk to him, he won't move, and you can't leave because he'll say, "Where are you going? We need to solve this." It's a weird script error.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they didn't fix it in the HD version, then I'm surprised.
No, it's fixed in late. It's fixed on later versions of the Wii version.
Okay. I mean, you'd think that it's you'd think that I can understand why it would have come up is why it wouldn't have been caught. I guess is because this isn't the kind of place where I feel like people would save normally. But you know, again, it's going to happen because somebody's going to be called down to dinner or whatever, and they're going to save and quit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because this dialogue sequence won't happen if you save.
Will he
Before
just
that
say
point.
something else or whatever?
Yeah, it's just a scripting error. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can't leave because he'll keep you in the room saying you need to figure it out.
Ugh, God.
I imagine it just, unfortunately, just slipped by their fingertips.
Yeah, it happens.
When you're working on a game of this scale.
Yeah.
Because damn, that's gotta suck. If for whatever reason you had to save the game here.
And honestly, all things considered, there really aren't... Like, people bring up, like, some exploits and stuff with some Zelda games and, like, glitches that you can find. I mean, every game has glitches if you look hard enough. But all things considered, one thing about Zelda is that despite being pretty big games, you don't run into bugs very often. Like, you know, silly little things that you'll see, like, very often in, like, a Bethesda game like Skyrim
Yeah.
or
I think it hurts in Twilight Princess case is that what can happen is pretty damning. Because the Canon room glitch is only one
yeah, there's two.
game-breaking glitch that can happen. There's also the Bridge of Elden glitch we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because they both involve the same thing. It's when you save and quit in a specific spot, and it just screws you over.
Yeah, so it was probably that specific thing that they didn't test enough, or just didn't.
Well, both cases are scripting errors, so
Yeah.
Did you bring a gun?
I love guns.
a really big one. Yes.
then think you're the type.
Well, here's your official NRA membership card.
Who thought the fat ass clown with the cannon shop would have been plot important? Huh.
So anyway, if you give me some money, I can, like, you know, make it go boom and stuff. And anyway, 3 in-game days pass where Link just, I don't know, like, sits on his ass and eats some chips or whatever. Well,
I love my favorite pose is when he's laying on top of it and just smacking the hammer. Like he's good at his job, knows that, and gives no shits.
so I don't know why this fixed it. I literally just whacked it a whole bunch, which shouldn't improve the structural integrity at all.
And then it turned on and said, "Stop that! All right, fine, I'm getting up."
It's the same
No, it's
reason
fix-
why
it's-
we
fix
hit
it-
computers when it's not working right.
The fonts are really fixed, but no, it's fixed with Felix's hammer. People think I'm going to go to repairman. I just happen to have this magic hammer.
So anyway, wouldn't theoretically he not want this cannon right in front of his competing cannon launching service?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, look at
hurriedly
Ooccoo!
close the door.
Oh my god, Ooccoo! Bae, come over. Me, I can't. I need to find my city in the sky. Bae, my parents aren't home. Zoo!
I found a cannon.
So anyway, this is a game design thing that I really, really like. In this dungeon, you use the iron boots a lot to keep the wind from pushing you. And in order to kind of remind you that they exist, they put a pretty easy-to-spot treasure chest in this water fountain thing so that you'll put them on in order to grab it. Which I thought is like a tiny thing, but that's also really, really cool.
I don't know, I always appreciate that when there's like really subtle reminders like that in games where it's like you haven't had to access this specific function for probably like 10 hours. Here's how you do it again, but it's done in such a way where it's like really subtle that you would go and do it yourself anyway as long as you see it in front of your nose.
Yeah, because if you see a chest at the bottom of the water, you're going to be like, oh, right, iron boots. And then what you're likely just going to keep them on your items for at least a little bit. And so it'll help. Because I think early on, they're not really mandatory. It's just helpful.
Yeah,
have
yeah. It's kind of like a little flag of like, remember that this is here. Remember, you can
There are
do
some
this.
points where they are mandatory, but early on, you know, they're just more like a... Because the wind's just an annoyance at first more than anything else.
I remember reaching this point in the game and thinking, wow, this is not what I expected.
What did you call me?
Sky would be
Huh?
like.
Huh? No, seriously, what did you call me? I don't understand you.
I didn't know you spoke wingdings. Wow, this shopkeeper's dumb. They bought arrows before remembering, oh yeah, we don't have hands.
Ooh, when you said I didn't know you spoke wingdings, I was like, why does that make me think of Undertale? And I was like, oh yeah, that's Gaster.
Yes.
Wingdings
Wait,
Gaster.
is there a character in
It's
Undertale
like
Yes.
called Wingdings?
it's like this hidden character that you can find under certain circumstances who's a relative of Sans and
Oh, because they're all
we
fonts.
don't we don't know
No,
that.
that's all
It's
conjecture,
just-
but it's just like this
Yeah, it's all
really, really
conjecture.
rare thing where you can find a door. It only happens like once every like 1,500 playthroughs or something like that.
yeah, WD Gaster, who's like this
It's-
creepy little ghost
yeah.
figure. WD apparently stands for Wingdings, so he would be speaking in Wingdings. So yeah.
Okay, that's clever. I still have not
Following
played
Deltarune's gonna
Undertale,
be
but
fun.
wait, what's gonna be fun?
Deltarune.
Deltarune? Are you saying that sarcastically or not?
Somewhat half-heartedly.
Okay.
Sarcastically.
What's Deltarune?
Deltarune's the sequel to
sequel.
Undertale.
The sequel / parallel game. to
Oh.
Undertale.
The
Wait,
first
what?
episode's free, so you can
Are you
check.
just hearing about
Yeah.
it now?
I mean, I
Oh.
didn't
All right,
expect
well.
a sequel / spin-off thing at all.
Well, only one chapter's been released so far.
But it's free if you want to try
But it's
it.
free if you want to play it. It's on the Switch and PC.
Oh, okay. Well, the music will probably be good.
It is. Best part of the game.
What is it actually about?
Good question.
No one knows. Okay. That sounds like Undertale to me.
Yeah, stupid wind.
All right, City in the Sky, or the
A lot
the
of
Sky
you see,
Temple.
I like this dungeon a lot. I know that some people don't, though.
My only problem is its length. It's
It
long.
is a long
it's
dungeon.
long.
It's the longest one in the game for sure.
I remember really liking it, but I also remember finding myself kind of perplexed by the fact that Ooccoo and the entire race of the Oockoos was the race that lives in this majestic sky city. So I'm just like, okay, that's not what I was expecting. It's like suddenly we've walked into Star Wars or something.
More or less weird than the precursors and Jack being the Otzel things.
Well, that was a punchline to a long joke. So, you know, the fact that it was weird was part of the appeal. This is just kind of out of nowhere.
Yes, we are in the City of the Sky game. I don't know why you're telling us that now.
We've been here for 10 minutes.
The title card was a bit late. It slept in.
All right, guys, stall for time. It'll be here eventually. Yes, show us how much the sky exists once we go inside. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, I hope we don't. I hope we don't have a whole game around this. It's kind of empty and boring.
it's generally like I like Sky City levels in general when it comes to video games. Sky Sanctuary was my first one, and I've had a love of that level trope ever since. And this dungeon gives me a lot of Sky Sanctuary vibes.
This dungeon also has the benefit of giving you the best item in the game, which is
Another claw shot.
an item you already have.
Oh yes, that
To be
too.
fair,
This is
So-
where This is where you stop being Link and become Spider-Man.
Let's go Tula,
Scotula, man.
in the context of Zelda.
wouldn't he be Goma Man though? To be fair,
I see where you're coming from, but yeah, it's actually weird. Teddy. It's like, when I think of spiders, I mean I think
Okay,
of Scotula,
Scotula,
not Goma,
man.
Even though Goma can be a
Scatula
spider.
Man sounds like it would be funny to draw because it would be like black suit Spider-Man with the Punisher emblem or something.
Hey,
Oh, my temptation.
Get in.
has the Punisher gotten spider powers? I feel like.
I'm sure there's some.
probably.
I'm sure there's some alternate universe where he has.
No, it's probably it's not even necessarily an alternate universe thing. The Marvel universe is dumb. It might have happened in the real one. You never
too.
know. Like this is the universe where Thor became a frog. Like anything's possible.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Thor became a frog.
Oh dear.
One of my favorite.
Did he change his name to Glenn?
So did you hear about the comic story where they had a girl Thor for a little bit?
I did not.
Well, okay, so they had a girl Thor for a little bit, and so one of my favorite things was they had somebody made a fake text message between Tony Stark and Thor, and he was like, "Master Stark, I inform you that my appearance has changed greatly. I am hoping that this will not cause further conflict between the Avengers." And he's like, "Dude, you've turned into a frog before. This is nothing."
Oh man.